Hello, everybody. Amanda Davis here, and this is going to be another quick scope for the Perry Girls PG Honor Initiative. What's your message to the male graduates heading to college, university, or the workforce? And it can really be for high school graduates or college graduates because college graduates are heading into the workforce, and high school graduates are either heading into the college or workforce. But anyway, my advice is actually going to be the same for both males and females. The main reason that we're saying males here is our initiative this week was for honoring the men in our life. But my advice is really universal for men or women. And so, what I'm going to say is being that I've now been in the workforce out of school since 2012, although I did do a couple of extra courses and finish those up in 2014. Yes, 2014. No, it was 2015 because I skipped a year. So I did 2000. It was 2015 that I finished those up. And but anyway, I did take a year off from school totally, but I had graduated with my master's degree, took a year off totally, and then went back the fall semester of 2013 to be able to start on getting some extra certifications, and then I finished that up in 2015. But anyway, but my advice is that you need to follow your heart, follow your what you want to do to be in a career, and if you're not quite sure what you want to do, it might not be a bad thing to experiment with a few different things. And the other thing is, as far as like if you're graduating high school and going on to college, it may be better to start at a community college if you don't know for sure what you want to do. But if you've already been accepted to a university, that's okay. There's a lot of people that go to school and they start college or university and don't really know what it is they want to do. But the other thing is, don't feel like you have to go to college to be successful, because there are so many people out there nowadays that they graduate high school, they either start off on their own things or they go into like the trade schools or whatever. And so you don't have to go to college to be successful. I know quite a few people that did not go to college and they're perfectly fine, successful adults. And my boyfriend is one of them. And but he still has a really nice job, and it's just there's things that it's not for everybody. And the other thing is, if you go to college just for the sake of going to college, you're wasting money. And whether it be your money or your parents' money or whoever's money, like you're wasting money if you're going to college just because you're going to college. You really have to have some kind of idea in mind as far as, I want to have a business degree for this purpose, or I want to have a you know I don't know, a music degree for this purpose. Or in my case, I went to university because I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and in order to be a teacher, you have to go to university. It just, you have to have some kind of idea in mind. And it's much better to take some time just working and feeling yourself out than it is to go to college and waste money, and maybe you don't even end up in something to do with that degree. And just having a degree for having a degree, it's not necessarily a good thing unless, there's certain situations where that's okay, but it's just, you don't want to waste money. And then as far as, my brother, he has done some college, but he doesn't have a college degree yet. But he's a very successful electrician. And in fact, he's got his journeyman's card, but he's also currently, his title is project manager for the company that he's with. And so he's in the office with his bosses, and he's one of he's not a boss, but he's the project manager. So he goes around and tells the other electricians that have their journeymans, what they need to do, and makes sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing on the job. And he's only 24 years old, and he's already in that position. So, it definitely, just my advice is to follow your heart, follow your instincts. Don't feel like you have to go to college to be successful. And, and also just realize that if you are just graduating high school, or even if you're graduating college and you're only say 22 or 23, like you still have plenty of time left in your life. And if you're graduating college and you're older, then chances are you have a lot of life experience that's going to help you. And because I know people that have graduated college when they're closer to 30 and stuff like that, because for whatever reason their education was delayed, or they just took a really or they just took a really long time to finish, or whatever it is. But congratulations on graduating, and good luck to you. And but I feel like you'll find what is right for you. And the other thing too is just to realize that life paths change with time. Things change, your interests change, your what's going on in your career changes. People change careers all the time. People change jobs within the same career field all the time, and it's going to happen. And even though I graduated in 2012, I started out in public schools. I did a year part-time in public school. I did a year full-time in public school. And then I've been in early childhood in a preschool setting for the last 2 years, since 2014. And in fact, just at the beginning of the month of June, I celebrated 2 full years at the same place that I've been. But then now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, because I just recently moved and I have a long travel time. And so, it's just, as I like to tell people, life circumstances are going to change sometimes. And when those life circumstances change, you just kind of have to go with the flow, whether it be it's a moving circumstance, or, like I said, changes of interest, or whatever. There's things that happen, and you just have to realize that in the end, it's all going to be okay. And you're going to end up where you are meant to end up, and you just have to have that mindset that you'll end up where you're meant to end up. And right now, just enjoy the fact that you've graduated. Celebrate that with your friends and family. Obviously being safe, but celebrate that with your friends and family. And like I said, even though the title says male graduates, even though the initiative is male graduates, my advice is the same for all graduates. And I just feel like you just have to realize that no matter who you are, things will work out for you. And that's going to be it for this scope. And you can join us if you are a woman scoper at perrygirls.com. Any men that happen to see this, you can join perrydudes.com. And they have a description of who they are in their group description, but they are a group of men on Periscope supporting men, and then Perry Girls is the women supporting women. And we just wanted to honor the men in our lives this week, including the graduates, since it's that season, and actually finishing up that season, because by the end of June, pretty much everybody's in summer vacation. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you to all my replay viewers. And I will see everybody in a little bit. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks again.